We're back.
You know that siren that the DJs always do?
Yeah, the air horn. I actually have. I got it. Next time I will.
Do you have it with you? Should you go and get it?
No, I have. I have that app on my phone for the air horn that's like, ding, ding, ding. So that like I'll like say something that I think is gonna be funny, and then I'll like pull it out, like, and I'll have it ready, and then I'll say the joke, and then.
I'm gonna do that. The first good joke I have. I missed you guys. I missed you so much. Sorry, I went MIA. We went MIA actually.
Yeah.
Sorry. Life happens.
No, and it wasn't like I was going to do a solo episode. That would be a crash and burn moment. Like, imagine a solo episode for me. I think I would just, like, go on random tangents for...
No, I think you could do it. It would just be like a compilation of your TikToks. I think you could get, like, a good half hour out. It is hard.
And maybe. It would... I mean, editing it would be... I mean, I would be screwed.
Yeah. But life's been crazy. What happened? Oh, you're a grad. Yay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot I graduated.
You're an adult.
Yeah. I feel so different.
You know how we were talking about pomp and circumstance last episode? I had the pleasure of going to Ohio State's graduation this weekend. Pomp and circumstance was going for 55 minutes.
That's not real.
I timed it. They had 13,000 graduates. That the first 48 minutes of the ceremony was just them walking into the stadium. I've been to 7 graduations, and this one was the longest by far. We were there for over 5 hours.
Yeah, that's insane. That's not fun.
No, I had the hangover, shakes, and sweats. It was raining the first hour, sunny and hot the second hour. People were walking out sunburned. Like, it was atrocious.
I didn't even stay for my whole graduation. I left after my name was called because there's good reason, and I was backed by my mom. So I'm sitting out on like the field. My name gets called, whatever. I'm like one of the last people in my college, and my mom texts me. She's like, "We're gonna be late for the lunch reservations," and I'm like, and it was like a really nice restaurant in Los Angeles. So I was like, I don't want to miss this. Like it's super nice, and so. I was like, let's just dip. And she was like, I'm same idea. She was like, we're already leaving.
See, but there's 2 types of people because we also had a reservation and we totally missed it.
Yeah, I just didn't care that much. I was like, I want the food and I want to get out of here. Like, this sucks.
So
it was just
OSU didn't even call the names, but they actually handed out the real diplomas. So, like,
really?
Jake couldn't leave early because he wouldn't get his diploma.
Oh, yeah, ours were empty.
They had them. Yeah. They didn't like announce their names, but they were filing down. I'm not joking when I say he was 10th to last out of all 13,000.
Oh, yeah, because he's W.
And his school went last. So it was like by school in alphabetical. I was like, there's no way this is real. This can't be real. I was so hungry. But it's funny because when you're at graduation, like you're just like, I want to leave. But also this is once in a lifetime. And I did college and everything. But everybody who doesn't go or like leaves early never regrets it.
No, I got to be honest with you. I really didn't care. Like I was just like, especially like having graduated like for real in December and then just walking. Yeah. I was like, I'm good. Like I'm ready to get the hell out of here.
You also don't get to sit with your friends. Like, the best part is, like, the grad party. It's not actually, like, the graduation itself. And a bunch of professors talk that you didn't even have as professors. And you're sitting next to people you've never met before. And they're like, you're going to remember your classmates forever. You're like, I have no idea who's sitting next to me.
I had one teacher, like, so you would walk up, and all the teachers would be, like, standing there as you're about to get your diploma. And I had, like, a teacher that I had in the fall, like, come over the railing and be like, so good to see you, like, how's New York?
Wow.
And I loved the professor, but I was like so excited and like also like trying to focus on like getting the diploma and not looking like an idiot up there that I couldn't remember his name. Thank God he could just be like, oh, hey, professor. But I could not remember his last name. And I was
See, that's funny because that never happened to me. And that's the definition between teacher's pet and teacher's best.
Mine were like,
don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye.
Fair. What's the meanest thing you did? Or like, what's the most messed up thing you did in the class?
The off the top of my, I was a menace, like middle school and high school. Like I was absolutely atrocious. There was one teacher I literally hated, like with my whole entire being. I hate them as a person.
Yeah.
I put my feet up on the desk, like those little desks
That's
that like,
it?
you see are attached to the desk. No, like I was giving her so much sass, and she was like, "Take your feet off the desk," and I was like, I don't remember what I said, but I got sent to the principal's office. One time I indirect tweeted about a teacher, got called into the principal's office. Like back when like the indirect tweeting days were a thing. I actually saw that on like one of those like vintage meme accounts, and it was like how celebrities used to like indirect tweet fight with each other. Like that decade was electric. I miss that so much. Yes, the subtweeting, but you make it so obvious about who it's about. Yeah, I did that a couple times. I don't know. In second or fourth grade, I literally punched a kid in my class because he took my marker and wouldn't give it back to me. I really turned it around, though. Like, in college, I had all the RESPECT in the world. But before that, I was just, like the worst.
My biggest pet peeve in class, maybe this shows that I'm a teacher's pet a little bit, is when a teacher's trying to talk and kids just keep talking. And you can tell, like, they're waiting for everyone to stop talking.
I wouldn't
and, like,
do that.
The kids just piss me off. It's like, just shut up. That.
I thought you were going to be like, my biggest pet peeve is when people pretended that we didn't have homework due, and I did the homework, and I was like, I'm telling her we had homework. I'm reminding her I need to pass mine.
You were that person? Are you serious?
No, I'm saying you would be that person.
Oh, no. Oh, my God, no. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Well, you know what?
But with... You go.
Comes out of graduation. What happens?
What?
Intern season, yeah.
Yeah. Graduation season. Graduation season quickly turns into intern season in any major city.
Yep.
Any major city in the United States, and especially New York City. I would say, like, I mean, Boston as well, but
no, not even close.
It's intern season. We have about a month of a grace period here. June is when all the interns come in.
June 1st.
And a lot of people are like pretty negative towards the interns. I'm gonna welcome them with open arms.
Aww.
Well,
that's nice.
The girls, the girl interns, yeah. The guy interns.
Make sure they're 18, Oz. Come on.
The interns are 18. You know, I would think that if you're in college.
I was an intern when I was 15.
What's the youngest that you would date?
Like a human being?
No, a dog. What are you talking about?
I phrased that so wrong. I mean, I think my first boyfriend was in like 6th grade.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Right now, what is the youngest that you would date?
1 year younger than me.
Oh, my God.
Just one.
Clip that. What the hell was that? Did you just have a stroke?
Clearly, we're a little rusty. 1 year younger
that was
than
good. Okay, you said 1 year. So what? You're like 26. So it's.
I think if I was a boy, I'd go like 2 or 3 at this age. But as a female, 1 year younger. Anything more than that, I'm like, you're a little baby. Like, you're cradle robbing.
That's fair. I made a joke about your age, and I think you missed it, so that'll be funny for you to see in the edit. But moving along. I think the youngest, I'm 22. I think 20. I think it's like 2 years. Like, I think it's weird to go into like 19.
But do you really want a girlfriend that can't come to the bars? Like, that's just a pain in the ass.
Well, I don't think I'm going to, like,
you're not going to meet a girl. You're not going to meet a girl that's not going out to the bars anyway, so.
Yeah, also, I mean, and you could be, I mean, some of these bouncers, like, they're, like, letting in, like, 10-year-olds. Like, sometimes I get into bars, like, there's certain bars in New York City where you're like, that kid goes to, like, the nearby high school, and, like, they shouldn't be, like, I feel, like, I shouldn't even be in here because, like, they're in here.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I'm at a high school
there's
party.
some you could literally use a library card and get in. I went freshman year of college, so what's that? How old are you? 17? I went when I was 17.
18.
And I went to this club in New York that used to be like the club. Up, Down. Do you know this club?
No, don't even know.
I was just told.
Idea.
I didn't know. It was literally like my first time going to New York as an adult. The manager like gets out. First they denied our fake IDs. Then the manager comes out. Then he lets us in. There's literally a bookcase that opens up to a drug room. And I am such a little, like, in my bubble, protected, bubble wrap. I'd never seen a drug before.
Yeah.
And I was like, where are people going? Like, what's going on? Magic Johnson was there that night. Like, no one was allowed to have their phones out. It was the craziest thing ever.
Magic Johnson was there?
Yeah. I had one drink the entire time because I could only afford one drink because it was $30 for a drink. So I had one drink. I was vomiting blood, passed out in the bathtub. Don't remember anything. Like,
blood?
1,000% got drugged. Yep.
I'm a little confused. Oh, you think you got drugged? Okay, I was going to say, you shouldn't have
1,000%.
one drink and be throwing up.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Oh, I know. And that's when I was at Bama. I was legit like shotgunning 10 beers before I went out. Like heavyweight champion Kat. She could drink. And I was a one and done, up down, 17-year-old getting drugged. I'm like, that's probably why the place doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, New York lets just about anyone in.
I could see you hating intern season.
Well, like, I hated it when I was an intern.
You didn't like it when you were an intern? I feel like it's so fun if you are. Like last year I was an intern.
Actually, I scratched everything I said. Being an intern was so fun. I don't know what I'm saying.
But the question is, would I
date
welcome
an
the
intern?
Would you welcome the interns to New York City with open arms? Or are you one of those? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, the interns are coming into the city. Oh, I'm so like annoyed. Like every bar's gonna be full of.
If they worked
like,
with
20-year-olds.
Open arms, hugs, coffee, like we'd be besties. But like just seeing people out at a bar sucking each other's face off, like I'm too old for that shit.
That shit's so funny to me. I don't know. I think it's hilarious. It's like.
Yeah, because you're checking them out, and I'm like,
no, I'm not.
Don't.
Legal? That's not what I'm doing. That's. No. What I'm saying is,
no.
With the interns, I just think they bring a funny energy. Like last year when I was here, like for a couple months, like you're just like so bright eyed and like because the nights are limited. It's not like you live here. It's like, oh, you're going back to college soon. Right. And so like every weekend we have to make the most of I just find it hilarious.
Yeah. So I love that. It's just fresh energy. Everyone's so alive. You're so happy. Do we sound
like the creepy seniors in high school that are like the freshmen are coming in, or like like seniors in college? Like
I think they'd appreciate it because I think most people are like, "Fuck you, you stupid interns! You don't know shit. Get paid dog water. Eat it."
Yeah, I don't. I just want to make it clear that this isn't like I can't wait for the interns to come in, fresh meat thing. It's like, I think it's good energy.
For you, it is. I think it's two different energies going on here.
We're going to move right along. I know, I'm just saying.
I'll have an Italian sub with all this fresh meat. Woo, woo.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's fair. I mean,
anyways,
either way.
Good luck, everyone. Work hard.
The intern season.
Don't sleep. Have fun. Don't get arrested.
If you're pretty and you're like 21.
All right. Good job. There we go. Intern season, summer season. Everyone's talking about Aperol Spritzes. Aperol Spritzes suck. Why are we pretending they're good? Aperol
What is wrong
Spritzes,
with you?
They taste like...
this is a bad take. This is such a bad take.
They literally taste like you're eating expired Pop Rocks.
No, it's not. It's like perfume. It's like drinking perfume.
Then why is this a bad take at all? You literally just agreed with me.
I think that's nice. It's
you saying
aromatic.
Drinking perfume just made me think of that scene from SpongeBob when SpongeBob and Patrick are running through the perfume department in slow motion and they're like getting sprayed with everything in the movie.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. That's what drinking an Aperol Spritz tastes. That's what drinking an Aperol Spritz tastes like. That's it. That is the exact experience. Blech.
I like it. Like I don't mind it.
You
think
literally said it tastes like drinking perfume.
That's not a bad thing. I didn't mean I did. I had one last night or 2 nights ago.
And
I chose to have it. I've had one before. I did that on purpose. It wasn't like it also ended up being non-alcoholic, but I didn't realize that.
That's the worst part.
It sucked.
The
Honestly,
only
I didn't
benefit of
realize
drinking that to me would be to get a little buzz. Drinking one voluntarily, soberly.
I like how they taste. I also like sangria.
I like sangria. That's a totally
They're not that different.
thing.
They're not that different.
They're not at all the same. They are not at all the same.
Is it sus if I drink rosé? Like if I get a glass of rosé? Because
No.
I think it's a little like people are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But at the same time,
to someone who doesn't know you, yeah.
I think the big glass is so funny, and I think it's not that bad.
The big glass, a wine glass.
Drake drinks these like passion fruit drinks.
Drake
and they
can
look
drink
so
whatever
sick.
he wants.
Well, I think I should be
You're
allowed to
not
too, and that
Drake.
comes in the form of rosé, and I am Drake, sort of. Not really. Not a lot.
No,
of
you're
comparisons,
paying hundreds of dollars to see him. You're not him. You're not
People would pay a couple dollars to see me.
Jason Tate him.
No, we'll get to
I saw
that.
on Twitter. I saw that on Twitter. Speaking of food, tastes, food, I'm having a weird food fixation. Like I go on the hardest food fixation.
Do you just have a stroke?
Fixation, no, I've been having a lot lately. Food fixation phases. That's where I was going. I have something I'm obsessed with. I don't really have anything I'm like super, super obsessed with, but what's it called when like somebody says something about a food and then you don't want to eat it anymore?
Oh, just like a turn off?
Yeah, I get major food turn-offs. Like for a period of time, I could have like steak tips, and then one time someone was like, "Oh, my steak is still mooing." I haven't had a steak since.
That's what threw you off?
Yeah, I've basically been a
you got
vegetarian since that.
You got to figure that out.
There was too
I
much.
had like that
I
with
just
eggs.
see a cow face. What's that called?
Really? You know that steak tips are not a cow's face.
I don't even want to know what it is, but that's what I see when I look at it. And if I drive by them and I'm like, cows. I'm like, oh my God, people eat that. Ugh. Is that like an OCD, ADHD trait? Or is that like everyone gets that? Or is that just a me thing?
Feels like a you thing. I would get that sometimes with eggs when I was younger, but not anymore. But
okay. So it's an immaturity thing.
I think if that's a fair rationale to not eat meat. But I feel like you probably
but I don't
eat
always
burgers
not
and
eat meat.
stuff.
I'm a vegetarian like 5 days out of the week.
Is that like so? What did you eat yesterday?
Like I'll have like chicken like once or twice a week, depending on who's
That's
cooking.
not vegetarian. Okay,
But like
okay, all right.
no,
Same
but
twice
like
a week.
once
Okay.
a week. I would say I'm like vegan, minus eggs. I have eggs every day. I'm vegan like 6 days out of the week.
This is every single girl under the sun. This is just.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like vegetarian, like except for like sometimes I'll have a steak.
Or like
and,
chicken
like,
nuggets when I'm drunk.
Yeah, it's like okay, yeah. Oh, you're really vegetarian. That's fine. I mean, I appreciate everyone doing their
So
part.
do you think people who say they're sober maybe go a little bit not sober?
Well, I think that's
Completely
different.
I'm
don't know
like
if that's the
technically
same.
I'm like 3 weeks sober then because I only had a drink like a couple times.
I quickly and then I'll get past it just because it's like a recurring thing. So you know how last week or 2 weeks ago I said that I was taking a little bit of a step back from drinking and sort of getting a nice medium.
Yeah, I feel like you just floored it and you're F1 driving even harder now.
Listen to what my weekend was just quickly, just because I feel like a lot of people can relate to this.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, I want to get my health back together. Like I'm doing this triathlon in June. So like
Yep,
all
health and
week.
wellness.
All week I grind, I eat really well. Friday or Thursday night, my friends are like, let's go and grab dinner. Like my friend from out of the city is in town.
Thursday dinner that leads into 2 a.m. return home. Those are the best nights of the week.
That's exactly that. 2
The best
a.m. I
nights
get
of the
home.
week.
I wasn't like hammered, but I drank. And I'm like, okay, like I said I was only going to go out one night a week. And then like, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Like maybe I'll go out tomorrow night, but I don't know. Like it depends on what's happening. Another friend comes into the city who's like one of my really close friends, like last minute. So he's like, let's go to this birthday party. We go to the birthday party. I drink. I'm out until like 4. I'm like, okay, Saturday, I'm staying in.
Yep.
And so Friday, I go to bed at 4. But all week I told my best friend, because he's like taking a sober May and like really trying to get into shape. We talked all week about going on a run on Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
Oh,
and I didn't. I went to bed at 4 and got up and went on a 4 mile run on the West Side Highway of New York, like hungover, not really like crazy hungover, but still hungover. And then went and lifted with him at Equinox. And then went back to my apartment, passed out from like exhaustion for 3 hours. Woke up, my brother was like, "Hey, do you want to go like grab dinner and drinks?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll go. I won't drink." I go, I drink, I end up going out again. I went out 3 nights this weekend when I told myself I was going to go out one. And I don't know, it just happened too. Like it wasn't planned. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what what the hell? Like it just sneaks up on you. You're like,
so you're just a liar.
I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I can understand where people come from, where they're like, I'm trying to get my health and wellness together. And then, like, if you're not 100% committed.
It's demon mode, man. You don't get to choose when the demon sneaks in. He tells you you're going and you go.
It's not that. I'm like, oh, because the workout was so hard Saturday morning. I was like, oh, I earned going out Saturday night. And then Sunday I was so tired, and today I'm like sick. So like I didn't work out yesterday or today. So tomorrow I'm gonna, whatever. Either way, I'm a mess.
You motivate your workouts with going out. Imagine like working out and not going out. How do you even motivate yourself to work out?
I don't anymore. Either way, that's just my little story from this weekend. But back to what's hot. I'm just saying, if you're going through this as well, trying to like get back on track, I'm right there with you. I'm not doing well.
Yeah, but you have no advice to offer.
No advice to offer.
Dragging them down.
No. Yeah, just letting you know that I'm here with you.
My allergies are fucking annihilating me.
You take Zyrtec?
Allegra. I took Zyrtec for so many years that my body built up a tolerance to it that is completely ineffective on me now.
I bang with Zyrtec. Me and my buddies in college, like whenever we would get sick, no matter what it was, like it's non-seasonal, we would just be like, just rip a Zyrtec, like it'll make you feel better. We were just like, Zyrtec's the answer to everything.
They're annihilating me.
Yeah, so I mean, when do you think it'll calm down? Because this is like the worst part of the year when it comes to allergies.
It's 2 weeks long. Yeah, it's 2 weeks long. I also got shots for a year straight to try to make them better. It just didn't make them better at all. So,
are you allergic to anything except for like seasonal?
Grass, trees, weeds, pollen. I'm all year round, and cats.
What the hell?
So fuck your cat.
Wait, so you can't like put your feet in grass?
I mean, I can put it in, but there's certain times of the year when it pollen. A lot of people also don't know this, and like they're like, I don't get why I feel like I have allergies in September, because different times of the year are different pollination seasons. Sometimes it's the grass, sometimes it's the flowers, sometimes it's the trees, sometimes it's weeds. So depending on what you're allergic to is when you feel allergies. I am like, I think they rated out of a 24. I'm a 24 out of 24 on almost everything.
That sucks ass.
Like they're like, you're like a very rare case. So I got the shots for a year and they just didn't help. Like everybody in my life knows this is like a 2-week period. I just can't do anything. Like, and it also, if anyone feels tired, like allergies make you tired. That's also not very known. Like they make you very tired and drowsy. So if you feel like shit the next 2 weeks, maybe it's not Mercury radiating.
Oh, is that going on right now? Because everyone keeps talking about that shit.
Probably. Anytime life isn't going well, Mercury is ditzy-doozling.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you remember the nut-free table at school?
I didn't have to sit at that. I know you were going to ask. I didn't get my allergies until the last, like, semester or last, what do we call it, quarter of high school. So I didn't have to sit at it. I just developed my allergies. And you develop allergies every 6 to 8 years. Every single cell in your body replaces itself. So people usually develop allergies every 6 to 8 years. So just so you know, one day you could not have any allergies, and then you could bite into a chocolate chip cookie and it could almost kill you. If you need a little phobia to have, that's what happened to me.
What is this providing? What the hell? My friend.
I'm educating you that one day you could just be allergic to Nutella.
Okay, you know what? What the hell?
I'm warning you. If it happened, you can't say I didn't warn you. I warned all of you.
I had a friend who was
You're
allergic
welcome.
to peanuts, and he would always sit at the nut-free table because he had to in like middle school. And
you
whenever
didn't sit
he
with
would
him?
piss,
You're a bad
no,
friend.
we would sit with him, but whenever he would piss us off, we wouldn't sit at we would sit at one of the nut tables and not nut-free as a fuck you to him. We'd be like, you know what, you pissed us off today in outside football. Like, you're going to sit at the nut-free table, and we're going to go sit over here, and we're going to fucking have Skippy peanut butter right in your face, idiot.
That's just cruel. You're a bully.
What do you get? I know.
Honestly, maybe we need to bring that back. Maybe that's how we'll toughen everyone up. We just tell everyone they have peanut allergies. And then make them sit alone at the tables.
We need nut-free tables everywhere.
Yeah, that would mean no boys around.
Nice. There we go. Had to get that one out. Oh God. Well, for the girls, talking about no nuts.
This I literally put on Tom Brady's bucket list. I said it was like on his bingo card or whatever. Dumas reporting that him and Kim Kardashian are hanging out.
Brady?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so.
I mean, you can't even say that's not surprising. Like, where do you go from Kim Kardashian and Kanye West before Kanye fell off? Like, it's the only correct answer would be she dates Tom Brady next. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, I guess. I expected more from Tom.
Yeah, but like,
I bet you it's not. I would put money that it's not real.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a friendship thing, but I just wouldn't be surprised. So here's the kicker, is that she's been at the Knicks basketball game the last 3 games with like a sign for Tristan Thompson with North. I'm just like, I just can't see her being that genuinely interested in basketball 3 games in a row unless she's canoodling with one of the other guys. Right?
Wait, Kim was at the games for Tristan?
She brought North, and North had a Tristan sign that she was holding on the sidelines.
Does North know that Tristan is an asshole?
She's got to know. Like, she's old enough. Anybody who can breathe knows that he's an asshole. It's like in first grade geography. It's like, oh, L.A., that's where the asshole lives.
Well, the Knicks are.
But like, you agree that like she's only going to these, like she has to be interested in someone who's playing in them.
In the words of Drake in Child's Play, well, not him, but the intro of the song, if she's going to any season opener basketball games, she's fucking somebody on the team.
Well, we're in the playoffs.
It wasn't. But hear me out. But I think that stands with playoffs as well. If she's at an NBA playoff game more than one, especially for the same team, she's fucking somebody on that team. Unless it's like the finals. Or if they're like a devout fan. But Kim K is not a devout Knicks fan. She's not. No, she's not. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
So
what is your professional diagnosis of what's going on?
I would say she's hooking up with somebody on the basketball team. Who did the Knicks just play? The Knicks just played the Heat.
The way that we're going to find out if it doesn't come out is if one of them just out of nowhere who's good just gets really bad. Then we'll know who it is. Just look at who flops.
I mean, I don't think the Knicks played that well, like, as a whole. So, I don't know.
But it's the Kardashian curse.
I know. That's
Doesn't
just so
Tristan
bad.
also, like, not really play?
He blows now. He was good, like, probably 6 years ago. But he's not. He's gonna go play in China soon. He's getting sent to China.
Oh, more babies. International babies. Woo-hoo.
International babies.
He's going in and out. He's going Mr. Worldwide. Step aside, Pitbull. Give me Daddy Worldwide.
I think it's time for the Kardashians to just be out of the news cycle.
To my core, I am a hater.
I'm a Kim Kardashian. I mean, I'm just a Kardashian hater altogether. So.
Okay.
Yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. I've been a Kardashian hater. I know.
I'm not. I'm a Tristan hater.
I know.
To my core, I'm a hater. Okay. Octopussy changed his name on TikTok. Kind of made me sad, but it made me question, at what level can you do that? Because I feel like a lot of people build up their brand by like a name. And he changed to his name. His name's like...
Pussy lover or octopus lover?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn, bro. Why did he do that? That was like his thing.
I know. And now it's like his actual name. It's like Shane something. And I was like, oh, I just don't see him as a Shane. Like, I see him as like, hi, pussies. Hi.
Dude, that guy's...
Jake.
I'll give you this, Kat. You called it. You called it early.
He called it early?
You know, you called it early. I'll give you that, because this kid, like, is blown up. Like, it's insane.
What can I say? I got an eye for talent. Just call me Simon Cowell. I'm going to pick the next One Direction of TikTokers. But bam, bam, but bam. But I mean, he's literally like Sophia Richie's cousin. So that was kind of a given that was going to happen. And not really coincidental that he's doing well. And now everyone's obsessed with Sophia Richie. It all comes in like bunches.
She had that wedding. Everyone was like obsessed with.
But she had this wedding to like her dad is Lionel, and she has this wedding with this guy. Like, nobody's ever actually heard of this guy. Yeah, is he a gajillionaire? But, like, none of the common folk knew who this was.
No, who?
Lionel, you hang
Richie?
out with. No, Lionel Richie's her father. I'm talking about the guy she married, Eugene something. But you are who your friends hang out with. So, if you want to be the next Sophia, you got to find an octopus lover to be friends with.
That kid's funny though. I'll give him that. I like went through his videos. When you first showed me him, I was like, yeah, he's funny, but like I don't think I would watch him. I get it now. I'm rocking with octopus.
You're probably
lover
just jealous because
Shane.
he looks like you.
He looks nothing like me.
Yeah, he does.
You think I look like that kid?
You guys are both pale and TikToking. I feel like you're very similar.
We're white and we TikTok.
Funny.
I don't
Girls
think we
love ya.
I think they love us for different reasons.
I don't think so. How about Miss Americana? She's actually taking over America. Taylor Swift not only a sold out tour, she has like 20,000 fans outside of her stadium every single time she's performing.
I did see that video, like, of all the girls like standing in the parking lot listening to it. Can we just get something better to do? I'm sorry. I'm not a Taylor Swift hater.
Because they're trying to get day of tickets, because the day of Ticketmaster releases tickets for face value like an hour before the concert. So everyone goes hoping that they're going to get them. But like one person did it the first night of tour, and now obviously everybody knows about it and they're trying to get it. But I just don't get why at this point in time, with this going on, why isn't she just doing a Taylorella? Or a Taylor-palooza. Like, the football stadiums aren't enough for her.
Yeah, how many people are each stadium? Like 70,000, 80,000?
Yeah, I think the biggest ones are like 100.
She's got to be making so much money off this
She sells out every single one and has tens of thousands of fans outside. And probably tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands more that just don't even go, that still would pay to go if there were available tickets. Like, why isn't she just doing like a Taylor World? That's just a huge festival.
I think Taylor Swift is like the one. I think it's genuinely the one time where like I know that I just like missed it. Like I don't.
You
like
did.
usually
you
I can
still get in.
No, I don't mean that. I mean like it's the first time where I'm alienated in, like, I just don't get the hype. Like, I think she's good.
But have you given her the time and effort to understand the hype?
I listened to all of this last album.
No. If the answer is not yes, it's no.
I listened to the album top to bottom.
Did you watch the videos?
No, I don't think I should have to watch the fucking...
You don't like fall head over heels until you've been to a concert. Like, I went to one of her first concerts. It was still to this day the best concert I've ever been to. And that's what did it. It's like, she's just a performer at her core.
Yeah, I guess.
She's a performer of our generation.
That's just not true.
I do think it's true. She's the only person that's, like, outsold, like, everything the Beatles have done. Like I know you're like Drake.
No. Drake's not like a top performer. I think like Harry Styles is like the best performer right now.
She's done numbers wise way more than Harry Styles.
Well, yeah, I understand that, and like Billy Joel and Elton John like didn't always do like the best numbers, but like I still think they were better. Like I think those guys are better performers. Like
yeah, but they're not as well known as Michael Jackson.
Well, because he was the best performer of all time. Taylor Swift is not anywhere near him.
I just don't get why you would live right now at the same time period as her and not want to embrace it.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's the first time where it's like I recognize that like everyone else is like, oh my God, she's so amazing, and I can understand like where they're coming from, but it's like it's not for me. And usually I can like find something where I'm like, oh yeah, like I like that. Like I like some of her songs, but I'm kind of like I don't totally get it, and I've tried.
You haven't tried. You've done
I have
the bare
tried.
minimum. You probably know "Shake It Off."
I like that song. I do. I like that song.
So your opinion is invalid. I also don't ever want to hear you say, "Oh, I want a girlfriend. I'm ready to settle down." Like, if you bought a ticket to Taylor Swift, you could get married to 100 girls that night. Like that would be
for $5,000 to go to the fucking concert. It's not worth it.
But you could find your wife.
My wife's not worth $5,000 at this point.
Hypothetically, you would save that money because then you wouldn't go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday in New York the next 2 weekends, and then you'd be even.
If I spent $5,000 on a ticket, I wouldn't be able to go out for like 3 months.
They're not $5,000. They're like one.
That would be like 3 weeks I couldn't go out.
2.
No,
you really go out. Okay.
It's 3 weeks of not going out. I budgeted. I have my life budgeted.
Hear me out. What would you do if Taylor Swift started dating Drake?
I would be like, what the hell?
You'd be a Swiftie.
I would. I don't know. I don't think like music wise.
I think you turn into a Swiftie.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think you just need to demasculate yourself a little bit and fall into.
It's nothing like demasculate. I like a lot of female artists. I just think that I don't get the hype with her. I don't know. Obviously, I'm missing something. I'm not saying that she's not good. I'm just saying like I'm obviously missing something.
Clearly.
So if someone would like to enlighten me in the comments, feel free. Like explain to me in like very basic terms, like I'm 5 years old. Or give me a song or two to listen to.
I think you, as somebody who you actually know like the music industry a bit, to understand her re-recording all of her albums so that she owns them because they wouldn't let her buy them herself.
That was baller. Yeah.
Like I think if you knew that whole story in total, like you would respect her so much.
And it's not that I don't respect her. I don't like her. Like her music doesn't some of the songs that like blow up, I'm like, this is not nearly as good as some other stuff that I've heard from other artists.
Yeah, but that's like Yummy. Like Yummy is shit. Yummy is the yuckiest song I've ever heard.
Yeah, but that's like a weird but
every
they're not comparable.
Artist has a yucky song. Every artist has radio songs that they hate.
I guess, but yeah, kind of a weird comparison, but yeah, I guess.
So, for the girls, we're gonna ask Oz. Oz, what do you look for in a girl's online dating profile? We got a lot of girls struggling with their hinges. And the Tinders and the Rayas and the Bumblebees. What do you look for? You know what?
Kat, you should know this. Out? You should know this.
I know. It's going to be a good joke.
No, I don't. I've never done online dating. I've never done.
But what would you look for as a male?
Funny.
If you popped on, if you had to, tomorrow, you had to move to Nebraska where there's nothing but cows and steaks. What would you look for?
Yeah, funny. Like, I mean, if they have something funny on their profile and they're pretty, but mostly funny. Like, even if the funny always wins. I would say that. Like, even if like I'm not like totally attracted to someone, if they have something funny on their account, I will 100% message them. And then I think that's like how a real. Like, I think that's a better, like, genuine. I don't know. I think that's because every dating app, everybody's best photo makes them look really good. Like, everyone always has, like, everyone that looks attractive on dating apps. So the only way that you can get yourself to be differentiated is to be funny. Like in my mind. Because like you can't convey a lot of other personality traits through like how are you gonna portray loyalty or like kindness on a dating app? Like that's not a thing. Like funny is the way that you have to go.
So funny people are loyal and kind.
No, it's not.
You heard
that's
it here
not
first.
what I'm saying. That's not. I think you missed the point. I'm saying.
I
think
miss
that
the point. I got the point.
I don't think that you can convey. I don't think you convey kindness like without it looking like way
I
too
think
try
my
hard.
sister actually does a really good job with it because my sister, like 90% of the responses she gets are like to this one prompt that she has.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
My favorite place to eat is McDonald's. And my sister is like pretty and fit and loves to work out and is in great shape that you just would never think that her favorite place to eat is McDonald's, but it actually is to her core. Like to this day, I still think her wedding is going to be catered with Big Macs. Like she loves McDonald's.
Wow.
So every single guy is just like,
that's a good prompt.
This isn't true. Or they'll send in their order and be like, what do you think? What's your order? And it's a really good prompt. So do something like that that's like unsuspecting about you.
Use
but
the voice
gives
memo.
people a layup.
Use the
what do you
voice
want
memo.
someone to say in a voice memo?
I think it's funny just to. Have you ever seen like the ones where people just make noises into it and shit?
I would like that would be the hardest left ever.
I would. That is how you get me to respond. Also, quickly on dating apps, like, you know Raya?
We've talked about Raya. We know Raya.
My friend got on Raya, and
are you pissed? Are you jealous?
No, I again I don't.
Are you
a
hater?
No, it's insane. Every single girl is a 10, and it's nuts. And like he's trying to get me to go on it, and the thing is I know if I get on a dating app, like it's gonna just take over my life, so I can't do it. But I don't know. That app is unlike anything I've ever seen. Like that is insane.
Yeah.
Like if you have the chance to get on that app,
I want to tell this story so bad, but I don't know if I can. I'm gonna do it in a discreet way because the people need to hear this story.
Yeah.
Sister matches with someone on Raya. Have good conversation, like it's going well. He's trying to take her on a date. He's an athlete of some sort. Her go-to thing is to look them up, especially if they're an athlete, to find like old videos of them doing interviews because that's how she like tells if they're like if she thinks they're attractive or not. She can tell from like a video, not really photos, and finds out he got arrested for wanking off in a parking lot. And last week she went to a game. Like, completely forgot about it. And then, like, he gets announced. And he's playing in the game. And she sends me a snap. And she's like, oh, my God, remember this guy? And I was like, oh, my God. So, clearly, Raya lets everyone on. So, don't watch who you're matching with. Like, criminal records are on there.
That's nuts.
There's your
what
warning.
The fuck?
Yeah. Nuts.
That's a brutal way to go out.
So that's why you always got to Google the people you're talking to on the internet.
That feels fair. That feels
He
super
like
fair.
Caspered the ghosted him and was like, but
yeah,
Raya's crazy, especially in New York, because in New York you get people who like will just be there for a weekend and they'll change their location.
Yeah,
it is
it's
so
nuts.
funny though, like the crowds that New York gets, like any like a lot of people that are on Raya, like that are like kind of near New York will like always end up going out in New York. Like I'm watching like a bunch of teams get eliminated from playoffs and they're all going out in New York even if they're not New York.
Yeah. Let's just say it's best city in the world.
You know
baby.
what I was wondering? Do you think the sports teams like the Rangers, not the Rangers, like the Islanders, do you think the Islanders are just jealous of the Rangers because like they're so close to being like New York City's team and they just aren't?
Well, only because I have like a deep hatred for the Islanders because my like best friend is an Islanders fan and he's so annoying about it. I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, they're not shit compared to the Rangers.
And like all the other ones that are so close, like the New Jersey Devils, like they go out in New York City. Like they're so close to just being there, but they're not.
Yeah, it's like you're just a bum. I hate that.
It cracks me up.
But yeah, I mean, they probably actually don't care because they're still making millions of dollars and are like on an NHL team. But yes, I think that there's probably like, damn, I wish I could be on the Rangers. Yeah, that's the team, baby.
It's iconic. They could just like leave practice a little late and bump into the Swiftie, Miss Swift. Ugh. What do you think the worst sport is to go to? I think it's baseball. I hate baseball games. I went like a month ago. I am not going to go to a baseball game again if I have to pay.
You don't really go to a baseball game to watch the baseball though. Like you're there to like hang out, have a beer out in the outfield. Like
that's true. I was hammered. I got there late and I was trying to leave early.
But they're making now they have the pitch clock, so it's at least like an hour. Like now the pitchers there's like a clock that like they have to throw each pitch.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I could legit from gravel rip it up, put dirt down, and grow a football stadium worth of grass by the time a pitcher had thrown 2 pitches in the past.
Yeah, well now it's it's probably an hour shorter now because of it. Like they're doing the games on like 2.5 hours.
It's just so boring. I don't understand how they make the most money. I think it's the worst sport.
I don't think it's the worst sport. Like I mean I don't like I think that there's something beautiful.
Stupid.
I think it's like there's something romantic.
Boring.
Okay. Well, there's something romantic about baseball, I feel like. It's America's pastime, like it's old, it's historic. Like it's very much like a
I feel that way about baseball. Nope, not baseball. I feel that way about football.
No, because football is more like everyone's like so vicious about their fan base, and like so is baseball. But at the same time, like my grandpa loves baseball. Like old people like that. I just think that's like nice.
It is.
I don't know.
But I don't think
like there's
I don't think
sweet.
Our grandkids are gonna care for it. I physically. Like, you know, there's, like, things you just don't understand. I just don't understand how they make the most money when I feel like they just, like, get the least amount of fans. I can't understand how they make the most money.
I don't know either, but I know it has to do with the salary caps. Like, there is no salary cap. So it's, like, how much your team makes is how much you have to put towards. So, like, the Yankees have, like, an insane salary.
Wish I had no salary cap.
Yeah, wouldn't we all like that? So you hate baseball. That's a good take. I think that's, like, a fair take. A lot of people don't like it. I don't really like it.
I'm not going to go to a game again unless I'm not paying for it.
That feels fair. Like
I'd rather just buy a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, I mean, especially if like I grew up watching the Red Sox, so like that I like going and watching them.
I don't know. Something about the environment. It's just I just sit there thinking about places I'd rather be.
Okay. So it's like graduation.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Baseball games are exactly like graduation. And I'd be fine with leaving early. That's a good analogy.
Fair enough.
All right, gentlemen.
Insane week. Like, so I'm going to break down this whole thing for you, Kat, because I think it's got to be one of the dumbest
Could you just rapid fire it for me? I'm not in my sports era right now.
That's fine. Memphis Grizzlies player Jo Morant. Like I want to say 3 months ago, caught in Denver. He's in a club. I think it's a strip club, but it could have just been a regular club. On Instagram Live shows a gun. Shows him holding a gun. Gets suspended for 8 games. League comes down on him hard. He loses like a good amount of he loses some sponsorships. Like just signed, I believe, a $240 million contract, and like does this, and he gets a slap on the wrist, gets suspended for 8 games, and like the MO of the Grizzlies this year has been like they're kind of acting super tough, and like apparently Jo Morant even before the gun incident had some friends. There was like an argument between teams. And his buddy sat out in the car outside where the buses come out and had like a red dot laser like pointing at different people. And so like that, so he's had like 2, basically the red dot thing kind of got swept under the carpet because him showing a gun on Instagram Live was insane. 2 days ago, I wake up on Sunday to another ESPN alert. Ja Morant suspended from the Memphis Grizzlies activities after going live on Instagram again and showing a gun. He did it again. He did it for a second time after he went on TV. After the first thing happened, was like he had to go to this like program about like gun violence and stuff like that, and like he totally like had to do all these steps, and it was a humiliating thing, and he got absolutely fucking reamed out by every single NBA like veteran. Like all of these guys, a lot of these guys, like an example, basketball player Jalen Rose, grew up like really underprivileged, like actually had to deal with like gang violence. And like when you get out of that, it's like you're out of it. Like you're making a shit ton of money. Like you're not living that lifestyle. And Ja Morant, from what people have said, is he didn't even grow up like that and is trying to act very tough and is doing all these things and acting out. And it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's got to be the dumbest. So bizarre. It's the dumbest I've seen an athlete act, I think, ever. Like it's insane.
We've lived through Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown was not like he's done the same thing twice in the span of 2 months, and he's gone on TV and been like, I'm so sorry, like, you know, I'm gonna take responsibility for my actions, like, and then he's whipping a gun out again on Instagram. Someone take away the dude's Instagram, for God's sake.
So weird.
I mean, it's I just like I don't know how you are in that position, like with that much money on the table. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to fuck around.
That's like, wild.
And the thing is, this video that
shows money isn't everything.
Well, this video, like the live stream that was this past weekend, he's like in the car with his boys, and like the gun isn't out, and his boys like showing him, and then like Ja pulls the gun out, and you can tell his boy like drops the camera because he's like trying not to show it because he's like, what the fuck? He's like, what are you doing? And like they thought that they got away with, like they thought that they got away with it, like you can tell in the video, like it's got to be the dumbest thing I've seen in a long time. Like I've watched every single athlete talk about it, and it's just like it's sad to see, but like I think the kid's gonna, if he doesn't like really figure out, he's gonna be like one of those players that's like a what if, because he's gonna just get like pushed out of the league.
Oh my God.
I know. And he's like young, and people are saying like could be the face of the league. Going like he was a top 10, 15 player this year. Like he's 24. I mean, it's an NBA, like if you're a top 15 player at that young, like you're going to stay good for the next 5 years. Like 10, like 5, 8 years. Like you can still be like a relevant player and make $20 million, $50 million like every year. And he's fucking, I don't know. It's insane. I don't know. I was trying to think of other players that have done dumber shit.
You sound like you're talking about like a toddler who like you didn't put in timeout for too long, so he didn't learn.
That's what I'm saying.
And he like hit his sister again. Like
that's what exactly.
That's insane.
And it did take me down the route of like what you're saying about AB. It's like what, like are there any players that have been like dumber? And I don't think that there is.
Wow.
Like obviously like OJ like killing someone, but like. Yeah, well, but at the same
allegedly,
but like well, yeah, but come on. But either way, like I don't think what AB did was worse. Like I don't like obviously like Kyrie had like pushback the last year, but I can't think of a player. Plaxico Burress for the Giants shot himself in the leg.
I definitely didn't do worse than that.
I don't know. It's also like. You and I understand, like, when you go live, it's different between, like, how big this guy is. But, like, when you go live, like, right. it's pretty easy to not be an idiot.
Yeah.
Don't flash the gun. So, I don't know. That's, like, obviously other things that's going on for the guys.
I had no idea that was going on.
Well, I mean, because I think they're trying to, like, mitigate. Because, I mean, it's, like, one of their biggest stars.
They're doing a good job. It didn't reach me in my circle.
Well, I'm, like, the Grizzlies, like, suspended him. But they haven't come out with like what's his punishment, and neither has the NBA. And I think it's gonna be like I think he's gonna miss like a month worth of games.
Good, honestly.
No, I mean I think that's super fair. It's just like Good. It's especially the NBA. Like it's such a, I feel like more than any other sport, NBA players are like celebrities.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
my God. Yeah.
And it's like role models for kids, and it's just like, what the fuck. But any other stuff that's going on with for the guys, and then we'll get into he said, she said. NBA playoffs have been great. Celtics had a game 7. Warriors and Lakers went to six games. Too bad that Curry's out, but I think the NBA released the script. Like I think it's actually scripted. I think the NBA is scripted at this point because they put out a graphic at the beginning of the playoffs that was like the Lakers and the Celtics are both tied at 17 championships going into this playoffs. Like it was just a weird graphic. So everyone's like, I think it's gonna be Celtics Lakers, and it's played out so far. Like the Lakers sucked all season.
If it's perfectly scripted, who would win this year?
LeBron and the Lakers.
Okay, so we'll keep track. I wish my life was scripted because I would like some clarity on some things. So I wish I could just like uncover the book and be like, what do I do next? I wish more things were scripted.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, do you want to go into he said, she said?
Yeah.
Let's hear.
This guy from Hinge asked me out. We went on a great date. He messaged me when I got home saying he had fun and asked for my number. We had a few back and forth messages. Now I haven't heard from him in 2 days. Do I reach out first or just let it be? Why would he ask for my number if he wasn't interested? LOL.
Just reach out. I don't understand. I'm bad with this shit because I'm always like, who cares if you look dumb? If you like the person, just ask another time, and then just like if they don't respond, then you know. But you might as well just ask, right? I mean, like, what's the worst thing? You look dumb, like you don't know this guy that well. Like, just go for it. If you like him, like the upside is too good for you to not do it. It's like, oh, the downside is that he doesn't respond and you like feel like an idiot for 5 minutes, or the upside is that you like this guy. He was busy and just like has a job or something, or has schoolwork or finals. Like I say, you just always go for it. That's always my MO. But you know, I feel like you would give different advice.
No, I get why she's apprehensive about it because it's like it's literally a game of who can act like they care less in the beginning because each person wants to seem independent and they don't need each other and they're not looking for anything serious. You don't want to like double message in the beginning and make it seem like you're super invested. But I think if you just said like, hey, want to grab drinks this weekend? Like, I don't think that's giving off that vibe at all. And then if he says no, like then you stop trying. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think anything more than that is like, no. But it's also hard to, if you don't know we don't know where they left off, but I'm guessing it was just kind of like a vanilla conversation. But I think if he asked her, but I don't know.
No, if I think if I, in my position, if I ask for your number, if we're already talking on a different like level of communication, especially after meeting, there's definitely interest. Like, why would you do that?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would say shoot him another text.
Yeah. Yeah. What if you don't like the person that your friend is dating? Ooh.
Don't be that person who like. I've been that person. Don't be that person that like hates someone's. Like, don't like put in.
You've been the hater, or you've been the hated.
Oh, I've been both. I think everybody's been
Haven't
both.
we all?
Yeah, I mean, like, but you don't
I just
never
don't think
be
you
that
can
friend.
say anything.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, I don't think you can say anything. Like, I mean, you can point out, like, when there's
the
situations
negatives
where, like,
every time you get a chance.
no, like if they're being unreasonable or like rude to your friend, then like yes, you point that out. But like if you just don't like them because like you don't like them, but their relationship is great, like between your friend and like the girl that he's dating, or the girlfriend or your friend that's a girl and the guy that she's dating, like you don't. That's not your place to step in. That really pisses me off when that becomes a factor. It's just so annoying. It's like you're not dating.
It is so hard though because it's like when you're like best friends with somebody, you want them to tell you the good and the bad and the ugly like that. Like, but even me, I feel like I can only do that with my sister. Like, I don't think no matter how close I am with somebody, I don't think I could ever tell them like something negative like that as a friend. I think I would just like deal with it. And then when they broke up, if they break up, be like,
I also think it's a
I
sign
never liked him anyway.
It's a sign of immaturity if you just like, it's different if you have a reason to dislike the person like that your friend is dating. But if you just don't like them because like now the attention is off of you and your friend is in a relationship and like you're getting like, and you're like threatened because like you guys are spending less time together, like grow up, have some maturity.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like you would be doing the exact same thing if you were in a relationship. Yeah, good. Yeah, and end it as we began. Do we have anything else?
No, I missed you guys, and sorry we missed last week. Hopefully it won't happen again. Da, 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 da. Happy intern season. Happy graduation if you're graduating. Happy cuffing season, uncuffing season. June, July, August is coming. No Aperol Spritzes. Thank you guys for listening, watching. Make sure you subscribe.
Love you.
Review. DM us, follow us, spam us. That's all, folks.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good night. Love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.